welcome to Falcon Blues TV. It's me, Dave, and I'm here with Barney and Callum. I've roped them in two special victims for today. Just to have a quick chat about all the things that are going on with Everton and the Premier League. But before we start all that, gents, how are you doing? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm all safe, sticking to the guidelines, going up and exercise once a day. Not that I've done exercise before it anyway, but there you go.
Have you sobered up yet, Barn?
Just about. I'm missing the pubs.
Yeah. Well, not being in the Falcon is just an absolute pisser for all of us, really, and we know that.
It is definitely, yeah. It's one of the only bad things.
Yeah. Carl, how you doing, mate? We haven't spoken to you in a while. Hope everything's all right with you.
Yeah, all good. It's just crazy times at the moment, isn't it? It's just, just trying to ride it out and keeping obviously your family safe and stuff, and
Absolutely, yeah.
Guidelines and doing what's best for yourself, really. So yeah, hopefully it'll all pass over soon. But it looks like it'll be a long slog at the moment, doesn't it? So it's one of them things.
All right, so I think the best thing to do then, because I mean, I'd say we're busy and we've got stuff to do, but we've got nothing to do, so we can either drag this out as long as we need to, or we can make it quick and you can all go back to your lives of sitting in front of the telly like we've been doing, watching the chase at 9 o'clock and stuff.
Yeah.
It's been decent, that, hasn't it?
It's what?
It's been decent, that chase.
It's boss. There's that woman from Liverpool who won 25 grand, and then there's like 5 minutes to go on, was it Friday's episode, and the woman won 100 grand and beat all 5 of them.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I've ruined it for you now.
Thanks, Dave.
Get it on catch up if you can, anyway. Right, let's crack straight on then. So, there's not a lot going on with Everton, as we know. But what are your thoughts about? How are you feeling about Everton? I mean, I've been talking to some people, and they've been a bit of a disconnect from Everton at the moment because there's nothing really going on and there's nothing really much to talk about.
It's quiet, isn't it?
It just seems at the moment, it just seems that it's so far away to getting back to any type of normality, whether that be where it's behind closed doors. In terms of fans going to the ground, the talk of that it being 2021 January at the earliest.
Yeah.
I seen someone the other day, a head minister, and he was saying it could be between 12 and 24 months before it's allowed again. That's a long time off before we actually watch our team play again.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I just think with Everton, there's not much. I mean, there's not much communication coming out. You see it all over the media about people slating footballers, saying they're not taking a wage cut and all that. But I know that we're obviously, our team don't need to do that because we haven't furloughed no one and they're just carrying on as normal to keep the staff there. But the likes of your lower league team, the lower teams within our division, so your Bournemouths and then your Norwiches who furloughed staff, why don't their players take a little bit of a pay cut? You know what I mean? To help out the team in general.
Yeah, you think there'd just be a bit like, wouldn't say common sense, but a little bit of compassion.
Yeah.
Well,
I just think the community in general has lost compassion for me. I think that's gone right out the window. I think, you've got people trying to raise money for the NHS. The NHS isn't a charity at the end of the day.
Exactly.
It's a state-run. You'd have to call it a business now, wouldn't you? But yeah. But with regards to Everton, I think it's very quiet. But what can they report on, really? What can they do?
Yeah, I think it'd be good. I'd like to see a bit more. Obviously, Everton in the community have done absolutely amazing in what they've done over recent weeks, and absolute credit to them as usual. And you expect nothing less from Everton in these circumstances.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. I think the football's gone out the window, like we're trying to say, and it's more. Well, what I don't even want to say what else you're doing for the community because I think they're doing so much. Just these videos though that they're doing, they just lift everyone's mood.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Just little bits like that, because I've had a bit of a shitty day today. My little ones are they're climbing the walls. There was a bit of a crap week with the weather and whatever, so they were stuck in the house.
Yeah.
And I could start to see it in my daughter. It's like she needs something, and we've tried to do a couple of things today, and it's just lifted the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe you see all the nice things on the news and stuff, but maybe just like a little bit more from the club. I'm not expecting it, but just, these little things are just like that little pick me ups that we probably all need at the moment.
I think at the moment, with obviously everything that's going on, I think, like you said, the day-to-day stuff for families and fans and Everton fans and all football fans is sort of the mental state of someone at the moment, and how people find, people having up days, people having down days. And I think you're right. I think it's, if you watch too much news, it sort of gets you down because you're thinking,
we ban the news.
Yeah, and I think people are trying to limit themselves now. I think if you look on the auction, you're watching that 24/7, you're looking at yourself and thinking, when's this ever going to end? And you've got to have some sort of escapism from it where you can have that lift up, whether it be on social media or whether it be a friend call, and you just have that sort of sanity, to feel like you're alive, I think.
Definitely, yeah. I mean,
good shout, that Carl Defo. Okay, so I think.
What do you think they're going to do about like? I personally don't think they can continue the season. I really don't. I'm not saying that from an Everton point of view to nil and void the season. Fair enough, Liverpool 25 points clear. Give them the trophy, but I just think it's too big of a risk to take any sort of finishing behind closed doors, neutral venues, and all that. And they're talking about footballers getting tested. I think it's seen as like 60,000 tests a week. They're struggling to do.
That's the problem,
struggling to do the public.
That's the problem, isn't it? It's like we're going to get these tests from initially to go to all the football clubs when other people need them, just to play a game of football. And just supposedly the tests aren't even sometimes 100% accurate. So, if one or two players go through the hoop and play a 90-minute game and they've got COVID-19, you're asking for trouble. I think you really are. And until the top people in medicine can say, listen, you can play, it's 100% safe to play. I was saying the other day that I think players will actually refuse to play. I saw David
Thompson tweeted something about that. David Thompson tweeted something about that. David Thompson saying, if I was still playing now, and they couldn't guarantee the safety of my health, there's no way I'd play. And I just thought, you know what? That's the first ex-professional or professional footballer to come out and say anything.
Well, I tweeted it the other day, and probably a day or two before he put that tweet on, and I said, these footballers, whether they're on 100 grand a week or 40 on 200 grand a week, they're human beings, they've got families. You live once. If they don't feel safe going onto that football pitch, there's not a chance that you should be forced to go and play.
Definitely,
definitely.
What do you you jump straight into it, Bam, which is brilliant. It was actually going to be the next topic of conversation, which is going to be about, do you avoid the league now? Do you give Liverpool the title? Because let's be honest, they were the best team overall. They've smashed everyone out of sight, and 25 points cleared in the end. Yeah. They deserve the title. Let's not make any bones about it, and let's
They do deserve it, but they haven't won it.
They haven't won it. They haven't won it exactly.
You know what I mean? They do deserve it, and it just makes it even funnier, I suppose, does it? On like, for Evertonians' perspective towards Liverpool, it's just great that the fact that they were literally going to win the league hands down comfortably, and now they haven't mathematically won it, and they're going to get given it. They're not even going to win it; they're going to be given it.
At least they won it at Christmas, like always.
Exactly. Well, it was October this year, wasn't it?
No, I think I don't know how to do, because it's one of them, isn't it? To give them the league, but then the Champions League team will go, okay, a minor Champions League. Sheffield United, we're up there, fighting for places in Europe. Where does it stop? Where does it
see?
Relegation of everyone? Does everyone stay up? Do you get Europe? Because Sheffield United had a game in hand. There's so many complications of like how you sort the league out. It's just absolutely balmy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I saw Lyon, the French league, they give it to PSG, haven't they?
Yeah, and there's a lot.
They were 12 points. Well, Lyon are looking at suing the FA of France for lost earnings. Because they're saying they were only 2 points off the Champions League spot. So, you know what I mean? They're going to, and I can see that happening. And I suppose every club would be well within the right to actually have a go at it, wouldn't they? As well. Yeah.
I think the only solution, and it seems madness, would to be not to start the following season and just finish this one. So you'd be finishing this season next year.
Yeah.
Which is which is farcical because like how do you do that? But I think it's one of the only ways that you could actually do it, but then you'd be a season behind, which you'd lose a season.
I suppose it doesn't really matter about losing the season technically, Cal. I think it's more about you've got players under contract. You've got players whose contracts end in June and July.
Yeah.
You know, in this summer.
Yeah.
So unless you're tying them down or you don't want them, do you know what I mean? You could end up with a threadbare squad because they're probably going to say you can't actually sign anyone. Yeah. Because you are still technically within the closed transfer window.
Yeah.
As a season as it goes on, but then it's like, well, if I can't sign anyone, what if I've got 3 players who are struck down with COVID-19?
Yeah,
and you know they can't play for 3 to 6 months because you know it with this virus it will take it out of you. It's a respiratory problem. Yeah. So you've got a player there who's fit and ready to go, probably bodily wise, but can't breathe out his ass. Do you know what I mean? Oh, there's so many different things where it could be like, well, all of a sudden, this might just suddenly linger, and it could take it down to maybe like there could only be a few cases a week, a few cases a day or whatever, where it's at a manageable point, but those players could still get it.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Well, unless there's that vaccination. But more of my point is, if you've got players there, so say for example, Everton probably got like 3 or 4 players there in July who were gone.
Well, Willian's one as well, isn't he? Willian as well. Willian's under contract, isn't he? Or out of contract, Willian.
That's it. So where does that put Willian? I mean, I know he's going to Real Madrid, but does that transfer take place? Is he a free agent?
Yeah.
He can't sign for anyone, but it's also like the Freedom of Movement Act. It's against it's human rights. It's everything that it affects, and there's so many different things you've got to jump through.
You were saying the other day that you reckon international games won't even happen. Like all them international friendlies just be scrapped altogether when the football restarts. Won't be able to do it because again,
they're shit anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
Did you see that WhatsApp message that was going around about the Bristol Rovers manager, where he was basically just saying he said to the group of lads at Bristol, if this league starts again in July and you're out of contract, Bristol Rovers aren't going to re-sign you and they'll ask you to play for free.
Yeah.
Which again, that's farcical, isn't it? Really, asking someone, we're not going to sign you, but do us a favour.
Yeah.
Play for nothing.
Promote us.
Yeah. But that's not just going to happen with Bristol Rovers, though. That's going to happen. It's not. All of the lower leagues are going to come into that situation where they can't pay them.
I think the Premier League, it's obviously a money thing for them, but I think that is another reason why they want to get it done, because all these complications that will come out the longer it goes on, it'll become harder and harder to fix because there'll be lawsuits everywhere, there'll be players out of contract, it'll be how do we start the league again, it'll be absolute madness. So
you completely get where the Premier League are coming from, where they say they need to resume it as soon as possible, and they're coming up with all these ways. But it's when it becomes farcical. It's like, oh, well, all these players are going to play at England's training ground. What, all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You are going to have to put a disinfectant bomb down every fucking day.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Don't tell Donald Trump
that. Yeah.
And it's the thing with football, it's proper contact sport. So there's, what are they going to do? They can't play with face masks on. There's no. I just don't know how they're going to get around it. It's not safe to play at the moment, and it won't be in June neither. It won't be safe to play then. 100%.
No, anyone who thinks June's fucking talking up their ass, it's absolutely not happening whatsoever.
No.
I love the fact that FIFA's head medical chief was an Evertonian, them, or were they photoshopped in his?
They were photoshopped, but they were good photoshops, though, man, definitely. All right, I just wanted to touch on all the stuff that's been obviously with all like the voiding of the season or continuing or whatever. It was a good conversation, that lads. It was good. I'd like to keep it going though with just something that Oliver Holt said today on Twitter, and it was quite possibly the most bullshit, but yeah, I sort of get it in a way, but it's still, And he said, those most in favour of voiding the season appear to be fans of Everton and Manchester United. I wonder what the connection could be. I'm racking my brain. Well, yeah, because we don't want a rival to win the league, but I'm pretty sure if the shoe was on the other foot and it was Everton chasing for the league, those show wouldn't be saying, "Oh, give them the title and stuff like this, and resume the season as soon as possible." They'd be like, "Nah, void it, fuck it."
Yeah,
and they probably pass that. They probably get it done because Liverpool have asked for it.
Yeah, Definitely.
But
we know
Holt,
he talks out of his ass anyway. That overall, Jesus Christ.
some of the stuff
he's the worst journalist ever.
He nearly got nearly 500,000 followers.
Yeah. And every single one of them goes on and absolutely ridicules him every time he comes out with some sort of bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all been like, oh well, what about Liverpool? What about Liverpool? What about Liverpool winning this and giving them this? It's like, well, what's the difference between that and us saying no?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only reason that people are actually saying, oh, it seems to be Everton and Man United is probably because we're the most vocal about it, because they're a rival.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Not a jar gonna be asked. Not a just frigging down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think they got bigger fish to fry than worrying about whether Liverpool win the league or not.
Yeah.
Or mid-table Bournemouth or someone like that. Well, they'd probably say give them the league anyway and fucking kiss their ass, as Bournemouth tend to do. But there's other other clubs are going, well, we've got other priorities. Everton haven't got a priority at the minute, so we're like, well, fuck it, we'll make voiding the league our biggest priority and chalk that up as a win.
Our season was over in January when we got knocked out the FA Cup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that to us, null and voiding, it's got to be sound on my account, and Oliver Holt to Bell End. So I don't
know why he's gone and done that. It's like, is he just fishing there and just threw one in there so everyone just retweets and get comments back on that? But
it is a lot of clickbait, Cal. It definitely is. But a lot of it is just sort of look at the time and you go, what the fuck are you thinking?
I know.
Yeah.
The other topic as well, though, Dave, as well, is the greatest mayor in the history of Liverpool, Joe Anderson, coming out. You know what I mean? And do you know what? What did he say that was wrong?
I still don't get what was wrong.
What was it about the Liverpool winning the league and there being a congregation of fans or something like that, wasn't it, outside the ground or something?
Yeah.
And you can't say there wouldn't be.
I'd do it. Honestly, I would go.
Yeah, fucking right.
I know I'd be breaking the rules, but I've just seen my team win the league. I've never seen it in my life, and all my red mates haven't. And I'm sure they'd go. Some of them were chatting shit on Twitter saying they wouldn't, and it's just pure out lies. But,
yeah. I had a couple of people. I had a couple of people say that to me. Said, "Would you?" I actually repeated back to Spirit Shankly. Said, "Will you actually sit in your house when you're given the league and you're going to parade with the title?" And no one came back to me. And there was people going, "Yeah, I would. Will you bollocks, mate?
I believe that with the Spirit Shankly because they sit in their house watching the match. So
well, that's true. They'd be out clapping like they do the NHS. They'd be out in the fucking droves. Absolutely. Yeah.
No, I
can't deny they won't.
I think that would be a problem. You'd get people who would want to go outside the ground or even go out with their friends or meet up with friends. And I think the police would obviously really struggle to stop that.
You'd see an influx of people coming from John Lennon Airport as well.
But it's not just that. It's like you get all the congregation.
Yeah.
But it's just the whole thing. It's like I know people who were going to come up when they were playing in the Champions League. It's a Champions League final, and he wanted to come up from Gloucestershire.
Yeah. And
it's like, it was my mate actually. It was one of my mates wants to come up from Gloucester to be around Anfield for the atmosphere. Of course you do. Yeah. I mean, look at PSG. How many fans do they have outside the ground? Flares, and that was during lockdown because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
It
happened, no doubt about it.
Absolutely insane. So with that in mind, Oliver Holt, you just made Paul's list.
Brilliant.
So there will be another video on that one as well from Paul. But yeah, Ollie Holt has just made the list.
It's a big list.
If you're not on there already, you are definitely going on again.
It is a big list, Callum. Have you seen him scrolling?
Is Richard Branson not out 5 times or something like that, I think?
Yeah, I think it was the first one. All right, so moving on to a little bit more lighthearted, and this is the announcement that came from, I think it was in the Times and the Telegraph, that a company called SwissX, which is a CBD cannabis plant foundation owned by Iron Mike Tyson, is apparently in talks to be the next sponsor, front shirt sponsor, not on the sleeve, anything like that, of Everton.
Yep.
And apparently Denise Barrett-Baxendale has not refuted this.
So, do you know, if we do get it, I want to hear Mike Tyson pronounce it. But no, yeah, yeah, I think that's great. That superb. All the lads on County Road would love having a big ganja plant on the front of the Everton shirt, wouldn't he?
Did you see the picture of someone done a mock-up of the kit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Richarlison looks smart in it though. It looks good.
Yeah.
Have Hummel been confirmed yet, or?
Oh no, not that one. I meant the like the one with all the ganja leaves on it.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you changed the game. The thing everything ganja, the plants haven't they on the crest.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Do you know what? For me, I don't care who's on the front of the shirt. You know, as long as they're paying major wedge, I couldn't care.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. It's just about increasing the income in it.
It just seems like it's gambling, booze, or weed seems to be the main sponsors of every club.
But when you think about it on a Saturday, what do most lads do? Gamble, drink, and smoke weed.
Yeah. And to have Iron Mike Tyson endorse it.
Oh, it'd be great.
Do you know what I mean? I'm sure Tony Bellew
down to the game.
Yeah. You know Bellew would be fully involved as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's a shame Planet Hollywood aren't still involved with us, isn't it? As well.
Then Rocky 7 or something's coming up in it soon. Mike Tyson's going to be in it.
Yeah, smoking weed all day.
You
know what? That's good. It's great, isn't it? It's nice to be linked with like these companies with high-profile people in them as well.
Yeah.
Or instead of Chang and who've we got now? Sport Payser.
Well, yeah.
Jesus, what? You know, I've never even heard of them.
Well, they're gone. Aren't they at the end of the season anyway?
Have they gone into like administration? They read over in Africa or something like that? Like
I think it's something like that, or they're minimising the
gambling things.
I think they're reducing what they actually do, and like like their overall spread around the world. Or something like that.
Paid them off though, because we cancelled the contract early.
No, we didn't cancel it. They did.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, according to that, I think they're sort of downsizing it, because I think there was one point where they were saying they were going to just be a shirt sleeve sponsor, so it probably wouldn't meant getting rid of Angry Birds or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it being Sport Pacer on the sleeve. Yeah. And then it probably might have been USM.
Yeah.
Becoming the main sponsor. I don't know. It just depends what Usmanov's got up his sleeve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Weed and steel.
Yeah.
All right,
quite actually called the ground that as well. The weed and steel.
Weed and steel, very scouse. Anyway, right, moving on to that one. A few rumours that are flying around at the minute, player-wise. Obviously, they're not going to come into fruition at all until the Premier League's decided. Much like we were saying about what happens with players who become free transfers and stuff like that. But we've been linked with a few players at the minute. Ruben Neves has been touted, and Danny Van der Beek from Ajax.
There's no chance we'd get Neves. Not a chance.
Well, apparently it's only. I don't know. But I was reading it in a tweet, Carl. So it might have been a mistype. 7 million valuation. It might have been 70.
Unless he's got a payout thing in his contract for 7 million.
I don't know. It's weird that he got. Is what?
Did they buy him for buttons?
Yeah.
Next to nothing, yeah. Do you know what though? I think at times he's overrated. Neves. I don't know whether that's. I just think when I've seen him play, people proper cream over him over free kicks. He's only scored 4 free kicks,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only scored 4 free kicks or something daft like that anyway. Given the thought that he scores a worldie, but still. I don't know. I think he's overrated, Neves. I wouldn't say my nose up to him, but I just think there's better players out there in that position. What
about Van der Beek?
I don't follow much Dutch football, but what I've seen in the Champions League, I like him.
Yeah.
I do like him. And his name fits well around here, doesn't it?
Yeah, Van der Beek is SwissX.
No, Neves. He's only 23,
Is he, yeah?
Yeah. 23.
So there's room to improvement, isn't there, for him? Seems like he's been around for ages.
I know.
And if you're going to improve, you're going to improve under Ancelotti.
Yeah.
And that's something I just want to point that out, fellas, because it's been a while since I've actually mentioned this and realised it. Carlo Ancelotti manages Everton.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Fucking just mental. Still, I still don't believe it. But it'd be typical that we get one of the world's best managers and a fucking virus hits the world.
Yeah,
I know.
Fucking Everton, that innit?
Proper.
but
Right.
as long as he's in charge, though, the thing is now is that, you know, when we've had other managers in with us, we either had no money or we've had garbage managers. With Ancelotti, you know, talk to James Rodriguez coming, you know, albeit it's a 4-year deal. He's 28 now. Could you do it in the Prem? Big money being said about. Could he adapt and stuff? But for me, you know, you can't be any worse than Sigurdsson, can he?
No,
That's it.
very true.
And Ant was always going on about the marquee signing. That'd be Machiri's marquee signing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
There's loads of obviously that Alan as well, is it, from Napoli as well? So,
He's 31 though, isn't he?
is he? Yeah.
Yeah, and the money they're asking.
Yeah, they're asking for silly money, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just because he's come from Napoli. There's always going to be talk about him, you know, going back to get other players from there and whatever. But I just think Ancelotti, you know, if any young player or upcoming player is that Ancelotti wants them, then we're probably going to get him as long as he can pay the money for it. So,
yeah,
you know,
as long as the money's right, really, innit, with Everton.
29,
29 is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew he was like he weren't.
The side.
He weren't a chick, like he weren't a young chick, was he?
Yeah.
But if the money's right for him, you'd bite their hands off, wouldn't you? The money's got to be right for a 29-year-old.
I think with Ancelotti, though, I think with any good team in the Premier League, you have got to have a mixture of like that young and that old experience. You know what I mean? I think like Everton, you know, under Silva, like obviously not at the massive, you know, players or whatever, like Richarlison or young players, you need experience around them because, you know, them hard games, you go away to difficult ground, you get turned over. You need experience. You can get players up for it and can use the composure on the ball in tight situations towards the end of the game or when you're 1-0 up and stuff and can calm the game down. And I think we've really missed that, really, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's what Silva was hoping and pinning on Sigurdsson.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's not that kind of player.
No.
Even at Swansea, he wasn't really the kind of player who grab a game by the scruff of the neck. He'd only grab it by the scruff of the neck if they were playing lesser opposition.
Yeah.
You never really see him step up against like Liverpool or United or Chelsea or anything like that.
No.
It was almost like
he's not
he's not that kind of player.
He's not mobile enough to be a number 10 mobile. You know, when we had Barkley, you know, obviously he made some mistakes or bad balls going through, but how many times did he play Lukaku in? Do you know what I mean? And every time Barkley got the ball and opened up, you knew that we were on an attack. He'd all stand up. Same with Delafeu as well, with pace. But every time Sigurdsson got it, he can't travel. You know what I mean? So you need a number 10 who can really hit teams. Richarlison is fantastic. Calvert-Lewin's coming to his own now. Obviously, right side's an issue because obviously Walcott on the right hand side, you know, isn't good enough. Iwobi struggled. So I think, you know, what he does though, does he stay with a 4-2-3-1 or go still with 4-4-2? It seems that he loves that formation, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Calvert-Lewin, so I don't know. You might play with it.
I was reading that about Calvert-Lewin. He's saying like once Ancelotti said to him, play in the centre, he said that was like music to his ears, and that was just like the best thing he could have heard from the manager. And from that, because he was playing predominantly out wide and he was being forced out wide a lot. Yeah. And once Ancelotti said to him, listen, just stay in the middle.
Yeah.
And the difference to his game, and it showed.
I think as a forward, if you've got someone next to you, you know, you have Calvert-Lewin up front and you have Sigurdsson, right, and the ball goes up. How close was Sigurdsson ever to Calvert-Lewin? He was never anywhere near him.
Never near him.
So now you've got Richarlison, who now they're both occupying centre-back and just causing absolute chaos. One's going in behind, one's coming short, vice versa. You look at the goal against Palace, where Calvert-Lewin's come short, flicked it onto Richarlison. Richarlison's ran through and scored. You know, that would never have happened to Marco Silva. Just wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
No. I'll tell you what I'm excited about there, though, with a couple of players that we've been linked with, is the two centre-halves we've been linked with, the lad from Barcelona and that Gabriel from Lille, sorry.
Oh, you look at the one from Barca was Todibo.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about him, but I don't know much about him, but reading up on it, he's a pacey young lad, and I think that our defence needs pace. It's crying out for it, isn't it?
What's your take on the Coutinho rumours?
You've looked at this, haven't you? I've already sent you this afternoon. Yeah, it was Coutinho and Dembele have been apparently being made available by Barcelona. So if Everton come away with a triple threat there, a triple bid for those three players, and G Rodriguez,
would you have him?
Coutinho?
Yeah. It's no brainer, isn't it? No brainer.
I think he struggled in Germany, but I think for the Premier League, he knew the game.
Yeah, he was
You're
talking
about this mobile player. He's a tricky little bastard. He can run all day.
Yeah,
and he scores goals. He gets himself in the right areas.
And
he showed that
inside as well, doesn't he? He like drifts inside as well, and makes it really hard for players to obviously mark him up. He's top draw, like top draw. I'd have him all day, like, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is a loan deal for Coutinho that has been touted. I suppose we'll have to wait and see. But I think a loan deal with a move to a permanent deal would be
perfect.
They'd be up Everton Street. That one, I think it'd be a no-brainer.
And it'd be good for our financial play, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
What would you do then? No, what would you do there? Would you put Richarlison on the right and then play Coutinho left, or would you just play 4-4-2?
I'd put Richarlison on the right and Coutinho on the left.
Or do you know what I'd do? Yeah, I'd play Coutinho as 10.
I remember briefly when he has played on the right with Coleman, they seem to link up well with Richarlison. Yeah,
they do, yeah. You just take away his goal threat, don't you? I think Richarlison's just so quick. He's at the top end of the pitch. You take it away from when he starts to come back to defend. When he's up top, he just gets left. Do his business, doesn't he? So I think that's worked well for him. So pros and cons, really, and I guess it depends who you're playing against, to be honest.
It's a healthy headache to have for a manager, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Rather than what you're bringing on, you're bringing Walcott on or Iwobi.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, options is all good.
Good stuff, lads. Right, yeah, it was good. A good little discussion there. It was good. All right, so we'll finish it up now. I've got just a tiny little quiz, just one I was thrown together a little earlier on. I got these stats from the Premier League website, so no cheating, no going on there while you're on the phones now. So there's only 4 questions, and we'll see how we get on. So it's to the nearest 10, nearest whatever. Let's see how we get on.
Yeah.
So to the nearest 10, we'll go start with you, Barn. How many goals have been scored by Everton in the Premier League?
I'm going to say 56
goals. In overall.
Overall, you mean from
the Premier League? Sorry, this is.
Oh fucking hell!
In the Premier League from when it started to now.
Sorry, I'll go with 824.
Cal.
This was out a while ago. This wasn't
it? Yeah. We're going up to now. I got the stats from the Premier League this morning. So.
Bloody hell. What do you say, Barn? 800 and what?
24.
Definitely not there, isn't he? I'm going to go with 965.
Bloody hell, that's just way out.
Yeah.
1,394.
Bloody hell, I didn't realise we scored that many goals. We haven't had that many goals to score that many goals.
All right, and with that then, how many goals conceded?
Oh, bloody hell.
2,342.
Feels like, doesn't it?
No, how many we scored? We scored 1,300.
Yeah.
I reckon we've conceded 1,550.
Cal?
I'm going to go with 1,640.
640. Okay, well, there's a bust on that one as well. The answer is 1,357.
Yeah.
So
quite close.
So we're still 37 goals behind.
Well, with 300
we've got a goal difference of plus 37.
With 300 them goals under Mike Walker.
Yeah.
1,000 of them.
They were all last minute Martinez fucking losing.
Oh yeah.
All right then. So I've got to have a winner of some sort here, or at least. So how many yellow cards has there been for Everton in the Premier League?
Yeah.
We've had some dirty bastards as well, haven't we?
Yeah, Kevin Billick, didn't he? Wasn't a few times, didn't he? Materazzi.
Look, now we had Gareth Barry playing for us.
James McCarthy, yeah.
I'll go with 275.
Yeah?
Yellows?
Yeah, yellows, yeah. Maybe. More. No, I'll go more. I'll go...
Is it yellows or just reds?
Yellows.
Yellows? What the hell?
The next question is how many reds?
Okay, well, I'll go... Fair few. Go on, I'll go 1,600.
1,600 yellows?
Yeah.
Sounds. Cal?
What the hell? What do you say, Ban?
1,600.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with 1,200.
1,200, right. Barney is the closest.
Yeah?
1,624 yellows.
I'm doing 24 off. Get in there.
Good shout, that, man. Right, okay, and finally, how many red cards?
Ah,
I'll go with
one.
750.
Reds?
Yeah, there hasn't been that. Well, saying that we have Ferguson, didn't we, as well? Well, I'll go with 1,200 reds, then 1,200.
Go ahead, Cal.
This is hard, this. 28. 28. What are you getting there? I'm going to go with like something low, you know? I'm going to go like 400.
400, right, okay. It's actually 96.
Yeah?
96 reds. Next, name them.
Duncan Ferguson, there you go.
Duncan, yeah, Gareth Barry, yeah. So that's 1-1, and you know what? I really haven't got a tiebreaker.
Oh.
I'll come up with the tiebreaker for the next one.
Decent.
I'm not a quiz master like Paul, so I thought I'd leave that at 1-1. But yeah, good shout, boys. Well done.
Yeah, you get one sorted for through the week, Paul.
Yeah, it's going to be Monday, Wednesday or something like that once he's finished work. Anyway, something else. Sounds okay. Well, that concludes the draw, as they say. Lads, nice one for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you're all keeping really well. We'll definitely have to catch up again sometime next week or whatever, or get involved with this quiz that Paul's going to try and put together. We'll do something. We'll get it online as well. Carl, Barney, thank you very much, and please make sure you are subscribing to Falcon Blues TV. You can click on our Twitter link of Falcon Blues TV. We have got that account back. Click on the YouTube like and subscribe buttons down there and get involved. Get involved with the chat as well. And until then, up the fucking toffees. Colin Chong, Barney Vegan, Colin Wyatt. Catch us in a bit. Nice one.
Stay safe.
See you in a bit.